I don't understand. You understand?
Wait, are we recording?
Hello, YouTube. How are you?
We're on air.
Get ready for this.
What up, Pete?
Get ready for this shit, huh? All right, here we go.
Did you get a shout out real quick for a YouTube follower?
Yep. Pete, what's up, man? How we doing?
And our Spedmans.
Mr. Edmonds.
Yeah, Mr. Edmonds. Welcome.
That's right. Okay. Hey,
Johnny.
Yep. It's rock and roll. Okay?
Brandon.
Nope, you're on it.
Tina.
Oh,
You're on it.
Eat your food.
Cinnamon from the strip club that I was at last night.
Oh,
it's fine. He loves it.
That was Destiny.
I love how it's playing in the background.
Yes, that was Cinnamon.
Okay. Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the off season of the Fantasizers podcast. With me, as always, I have Christopher Michael, and that's all I'm going to say. Chris, dude, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, you okay? Thank you. With me, as always, Chris, very talkative, very helpful, and probably one of the best co-hosts ever. Goatee Guru, dude, got you too. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Good. Everybody's really talkative today. Good. Here we go. Hollywood.
Man, that was the sexiest intro you've done to date.
Thank you.
Doing great over here.
Thanks, man. Well, it's good.
What's the date? It's March 9th. Did you ask?
Nope.
Nope. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I cut in there. Sorry.
Brandon Lee.
hey, man.
Hey, dude. How are you? How we doing?
I'm great. You?
Good. You look sexy. Did you fix yourself up today or something? Was it some bad news? You needed to go out and get.
He bled out of the Autobots.
I did.
It's the lock of a century. They are going to be a stud team, huh? Forever. I'll tell you what. Okay. Hey, listen. We got the normal crew with us today, but we have a fun little new thing here. And it's called. I don't know.
Opinions or observations?
Opinions or observations. Yeah. So I'm starting because this is just where we talk about things that we're very passionate about. Can I talk about something now? Can I get pissed off now? Because I've been holding it back, boys. So let me tell you. Here's one
Chris,
thing.
You got something?
Yeah, I do actually have something.
Right.
Thank you.
You guys got it? Go ahead. No, fuck yourselves. Okay, listen.
Oops.
Here we go, right? Daddy's dropping a gem, all right? Listen in. Turn on your listening ears. Let's get it going. Here we go. So, thinking caps, something. Here we go. All right. Underdog spreads that are 2.5. No, I'm sorry. That are 2 or lower. If it's +2 or +1, why the fuck am I taking that? Why am I taking a 2.5? Because if the game is fucking close, it doesn't matter if they're not going to lose by just 2. They're going to lose by at least 3, or they're going to lose by more than 3 because motherfuckers go down 2, miss a damn shot because they suck, and then they're going to foul and put the guy on the goddamn line. Guess what? They don't fucking miss when you need them to. So, but don't worry. If you have -2.5 or -3.5, and then they get fouled and they need to win by 4 like they're supposed to, then they'll fucking miss it. But anyways, here we go. +2 to and below. +2 and below. Don't ever take it. Don't ever take it. You want to know why? Because you can just take the goddamn money line and hope that they win. And guess what? It's a higher fucking payout. Why the fuck do you take a +2 anytime? Why do you take a +1.5? Why do you take a +1? Why? What is the reasoning behind this? And I get it, right? You're up 2, right? You're up 2, you're up 3, whatever. No, you're up 2, right? Up 2, They come down, they, half court buzzer beater 3. There we are. You lose by 1, you cover. Fuck that. No, that's bullshit. Because guess what? They do that shit. You want to be heartbroken. You want to be fucking pissed off, right? I'm there. You don't want to be fucking celebrating like, yeah, fuck yeah, it doesn't matter. No, fuck that. No, take the goddamn money line. Don't ever take a +2 or below. If it's +3, sure, or whatever. But don't fucking do that, right? Why? Who else? Oh, Chris, you do that shit, right? Like, you totally love that shit. You would. Fuck you. Anyways, so don't fucking do it, right? Don't ever goddamn do that. Just run with it. Just run with it. If you think they're going to be close, why not take them to win, right? Take them to win. Do it. Just do it.
It was
bad
that.
bet.
If you're betting basketball, just take money line. That just takes everything out. I mean, their spreads in basketball are damn near pointless. Like, how do you even come up with those?
Do you have a bad betting day, buddy?
Yes,
Two in a row. But let me tell you this much, right? So 2 in a row, right? Okay. Here's another thing. You got 2 ranked opponents, right? They're in the top 25 guys, okay, right? You got Gonzaga, who's a fucking stud, right? They're a goddamn stud of a team. Shout out Hollywood. Then you have St. Mary's. Guess what? They're pretty fucking good, right? Why is the over-under at 140? Why does my stupid ass follow a guy that I'm paying goddamn money for? Huh? Why do I follow it and say, oh, you know what? They're going to score under 140. Yeah, Chet Holmgren scores 140 with his dick, right? Like, that's not going to happen. Why are we doing these things? Also, I'm pretty sure Vegas has found this podcast, this YouTube, whatever, says, hey, here's a stupid young guy that's just going to keep on feeding his addiction, right? Here we are. And they wait for my text message going, hey, up my max bet another $40, man. Another $50. I didn't care if you double it. Oh, that's fine. Do 100, right? Let's do $100. Fuck me, right? Every time.
That is quite the way to start this new segment. I got to give it to him.
I'm having a hard time reading him though. Like, is he upset or is?
I have neighbors. They are probably pissed off, but I had to get that off my chest. Don't ever take a +2 or less. Just take the money line. Next
Or the over.
Next, anybody else want to comment?
Anybody want to follow that?
Comment?
Yeah, I can follow up with that. So that's your opinion, right?
I would say observation, right? That's
You're saying observation?
Taking the
It's an opinion of an observation.
Listen, you know what? I don't even want to hear your comment. Okay, I don't want to hear your comment.
Oops. I have an observation.
Okay.
Gas prices are
No, Jesus.
No, we're not getting to that.
Anybody?
I just got a text message that says you need to stop screaming. Our neighbors are sleeping, you bitch.
So I have an observation, and I actually just literally observed it, and it's related to the Paralympic Games, and we were talking about this a little bit before we actually went on air, but wheelchair curling's a great sport, but when you take the sweepers out of it, I can't watch it. And it's nothing against, the people that are competing in it. Nothing against the Paralympic Games. I actually really love the Paralympic hockey, but I cannot watch I think the sweeping, I don't know, like, it's in my head, but if it's not there, like, I even played a game once on my phone and you didn't have sweepers, and I was like, nope, can't do that. I took.
So I know for a fact what happened. So if you looked at the Olympics, right, that occurred, and the food that they were being served, there was no vegetables, and so I'm sorry.
So anyway, but no, you watch it, and that's like a huge part of it is when that stone is sliding down the ice, and and they're calling out, hard sweep, blah blah blah, all this, like that's part that gets me amped up, like that's what I really like about it. These guys, I mean, yeah, all the talent in the world, they're throwing it dead on the center of the house every time, but you know what? Like they just go up there and boop, and then the camera just
so I've never watched it. Is it just like they throw it and the next person
they literally throw it
and
then the camera follows it down the ice, and then it goes and stops, and then the other person might try to knock it out. Like it, I don't know. That's all it is. It's literally just how accurate you are.
It's shuffleboard like the old people do down in Florida with the little freaking discs.
Pretty much.
Just slide them down.
On ice.
That's essentially all they're doing.
All right, I would rather watch the shuffleboard though, because
they can spin it though.
Well, they do. They curl it. They have like this little
way.
device, like a little stick thing, and it goes around the handle, and they twist it as they let it go to get it to curl. But regardless,
not as much because
so, like,
because the sweeping is what really gets it to curl in there. And
but if you think about it, if you do the shuffleboard,
is it the little grabber that the grandpas use when they can't bend down?
It kind of looks like that, but it's not. No. So
I'm good
but
with those.
like I said, nothing against the Paralympic Games. I mean, the hockey, I love it when they sit on that. I don't know what they call it. It looks like almost like a sled, and they got the two sticks. That is really cool. If you ever watched one of those games,
those guys are like hardcore
and impressive as hell too. But no, I just cannot get behind the curling. I don't. You take the sweepers out of it, and I don't know. It's a whole different game.
I think I'd rather watch the shuffleboard. I feel like that should be in the Olympic Games, and there should be a minimum.
They should have
requirement. Nope, still my turn.
Oops.
So there's a minimum age requirement of 73, right? 73.
You have to be in a retirement home to be able to compete.
You have to be in a home in order to do that, and the celebrations would be great, right? Like you end up winning, and they're like, "And Edith wins," and she's like,
yes, but no, what they should have is they should have like bar room shuffleboard in the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, because you ever play that? That's fun.
My buddy has that down in his basement. I can stay down there for hours.
Absolutely, that's a good game there.
Yeah, I like that. All right.
Next,
does anyone else have any opinions or observations?
I've got a quick observation. Yeah. So we were talking about the disgusting thing that has appeared on Christopher Michael's face, and I've realized it. It's freaking John Smoltz. That's what he looked.
Oh my god!
Right?
Oh my god!
Right?
I'm shaving.
Calm down, Smoltz.
No, that's like not only is that a shot to begin with, but that's
it's like a double shot
up because any fan hates John Smoltz.
Ugh.
So that's just the kind of stuff you can expect in the showdown, mother.
Damn, Hollywood really served him a double shot on that one. That was good. And Christopher Michael can't handle his liquor. I'll tell you what.
Hey, I got
John Smoltz.
I'm on
like
it
a scratch golfer,
Next,
so you need to work on your game, buddy.
I'm on it today.
Next.
Brandon Lee, do you have an opinion or anything that you want to share?
I got one over the week. Major League Baseball, they banned the shift finally. So now all those hitters who weren't didn't have the work ethic to learn to hit the ball the other way, they're still relevant.
So can I feel like I'm talking a lot in this intro, but I'm the host and this is my show. So what I thought would be a better idea is the shift is fine because it's a strategy, right? And it's a part of the game. the shift is fine, but you should only be able to do it so many times in a game. So then it makes it extra strategic.
You can only
You can
use
only
one
do it-
batter per inning. You know what
You
I mean?
can nope, not even that. You get it 5 times in a game. You can do it 5 times in a game. And then there you go, right?
So
You can use it
if
5
you're
times.
playing against the Yankees, you shift on Joey Gallo every time.
You shift on Gallo and Sanchez, and then boom, there you go, right? But no, I mean seriously, because I don't mind the shift, and it's it's strategy. That's a part of the game.
Uh-oh.
But do it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
My thing with the shift is it basically takes away positions in baseball.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fair.
You know what I mean? Like at that point, there's no shortstop. There's no shortstop, second base. It's just 4 infielders.
Right.
You
I
know
get
what I
it.
mean?
I get it. I get it. I thought that might be a little bit more interesting. Like you're
I
like,
think it's more
"Oh,
interesting to
God damn
take
it."
out of it because the ball's moving more.
Well, I get it.
There's
Right.
more hits. That's more excitement. So I think that's mainly why they did it.
Yeah, I get it.
But,
No, I get it. I'm fine with it. I just, I kind of like that idea of, Booney's going shift on this guy. He's only got 3 left. Oh, it could really bite him in the dick after this one, or something like that. So, but it is what it is. It's a bold strategy, Cotton, and so on and so forth. But we are going to go and we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we have our second showdown corner between Hollywood and the goatee originator, goatee guru, right after this.
What?
I'll tell you.
I get what he was saying. I was the first one.
Originator.
Originator.
Baconator.
I think
Baconator.
it's-
What were you owing about goatee?
Yeah, you
I said
yeah.
uh-oh because on my screen, Josh stopped talking. Like he froze.
Well,
Oh.
that's not no.
He
I was-
wasn't.
I was going, uh-oh, like somebody better step in. And then I realized that I don't know. I was like, either I'm frozen or he's somebody's frozen.
Well, it didn't matter. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. We're like,
Anyway, I think I'm gonna get stabbed when I go out and take my dogs out tonight because these neighbors are probably pissed off.
Yeah.
Edith's gonna throw her teeth back in that she just fucking threw from shuffleboard, and then she's gonna come stab me.
They're probably huge fans.
How'd you get Edith? Of all names, it was Edith.
Actually, I felt bad because Edith is my girlfriend's grandma's name, and it was the first one that popped in my head. But she's very nice. She's awesome.
no wonder you get called a bitch on your text message.
Yeah, I did. I know.
Move my grandma out of this, you son of a bitch.
Right. No, she's a very sweet lady. Edith, if you're checking this out, love you.
She's on. She's on the tube.
I'll tell you what. Oh my God! Don't say that.
The ones that
I
go up
didn't
to the
mean
wall.
that. No.
Yeah, don't. Nope.
Damn.
Yeah, too late.
So you're going obviously mediator, 2 minutes each, and then Brandon and I get to question them, right? They go
Hey, Hollywood.
30 seconds each.
Hollywood.
So what's happening is, yes, I am going to introduce it, and then I'm gonna give Hollywood his, what do we want to say, 2 minutes or not timed, just your time to speak, Hollywood. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And then Goatee will get his chance, and then we'll open it up for questions. Correct.
So, Hollywood, are you going with sports related or non-sports related? Because I picked one of each just to try to keep it relevant.
I went with my favorite finale.
actually,
Finale.
Oh,
So
No.
favorite finale, that was what it was, correct?
It was finale or showdown.
Like best finale / showdown of all time.
I can give you mine right now if you want to know.
Nope, do not.
they get
Because then there might be 2 rubrics, and that'll make it even more enjoyable.
I guarantee it's not mine.
I can't figure out the Rubik's Cube.
You peel the stickers off, and then you just
it's
They don't make
March
these
9th.
stickers anymore.
Did you know that the Rubik's ribbit, if you do the no, that cube thing, right? If you turn the top one and then the one on the right, and you just keep on doing that, eventually it'll do it. Seriously, tell you what, it's unbelievable. It's what's it
Don't
called?
try that at home.
Is
Seventh
that
grade.
your observation?
Also, if you use the two-hand method and twist and curl, that also does the trick. But that's a different victory and surprise.
That's a different finale.
Yeah, hi, thank you. Okay. God, man, I'm really out today. Are we ready? Is it my turn? Okay.
Showdown.
Bum, bum, bum. I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry, I tried to do low, and then I realized I don't have a deep voice.
You could
So
call it him out of the blue corner because everything he's got there is blue, and you can call me out of the
Russell Wilson
corner,
list
I guess.
corner.
Dude.
Not cool.
The Bobby Wagner corner.
Oh, dude, come on.
Soon to be DK Metcalf corner.
They're shopping Lockett now too.
What was that, Brandon?
You fucking call your Jets, all right?
Okay, we're going. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to guzzle.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Guzzle?
Damn it, I really felt like that one was going to be it, too. I really.
No, I
I
don't.
wanted to do it. Let's get ready.
Todd McShay's got Kayvon Thibodeau going to the Seahawks at pick 9.
God,
That was immediately who I thought when I saw they had 9.
let's get ready
The
to
coach for the Cavs? Or I mean the Bulls?
No,
What?
Kayvon Thibodeau, from Oregon.
Doug Dimmadome from Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah, him.
No one will get that joke. It's fine.
Wait, are we going
Party
crazy
good.
here for this? Are we going crazy here for this? For this showdown?
Oh my God! Please don't.
don't.
Jesus. We got Eugene and what used to be
things.
we got Eugene and what used to be Alyssa is now Aaron.
Just check, guys. Let me take my retainer out for this.
Good God, please don't. All right, put the head down, guys.
And that's our show. That's 40 minutes.
And that is
Good night.
it. Thank you. All right, here we go. I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Someone move their phone.
Chris.
Damn it.
Sick and tired. The phone's gonna go through his wall one of these days. Like, God damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the second showdown between Hollywood and Goatee Guru. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 5-round. No, I'm just kidding. This is a debate. That's all it is. It's just a debate, right? And it is about the best finale or ending, we want to say, right? Finale for, or not for. Fuck me. I gotta stop it, guys. Sorry.
Yes, dude, killing him.
You really kind of lost yourself there.
What was going on?
I thought I'd find it on the way. I was actually. Did you see my eyes go from this to like?
You went
Like looking around, like, guys, help.
confident, really confident to just nothing there real quick.
What is it? Best finale
Finale or showdown?
Oh, Showdown Corner.
What? Finale or showdown?
Get the
Yeah,
fucking
that's what it was
dicks
called.
out of
Best,
me.
best showdown or finale.
Okay.
All right, Party Pete, thanks for sticking with us. Appreciate it, man.
It's been a
Love
rough
you.
one.
Love you. I'd say this is the most entertaining we've been. Thanks. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the second showdown of the Fantasizers podcast. In the right corner, we have Hollywood. Hollywood.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's
yep.
do it.
And in the left corner, left corner, I got my directions mixed up. Goatee Guru.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See this fake confidence I got on my face?
Which one's the left? Okay. This is a debate. It's a debate about the best finale or showdown of all time. Chris, are you excited?
I couldn't be more excited. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that'll move the change. Hey, look at this. We got a guy that
Hey,
really knows what he's
yeah.
doing over here.
That'll move the chains.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris, for your help.
Can you do me a favor? Can you give us the format of this debate, please?
So,
Hey, I'm excited too.
Okay, Brandon Lee, you're excited too.
That'll move the
Thank you.
chains.
And that'll move the chains. No, not quite. No. All right. So this is how the debate will be formatted. Yours truly. Well, I am the mediator. I am the one running this show, right? This is what happens. But we're gonna start out Hollywood. You are gonna get the first turn, and then we'll swing it to Goatee for a rebuttal after both candidates say their piece. We open the floor to Christopher Michael and Brandon Lee for questions. I too also get a vote, so I might throw in a question in case of a tie. That's how this works. I'm the important vote. So, with that being said, round of applause for me.
It's like the vice president.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, okay, let's open this floor. Best finale or best showdown of all time. We're opening it up. And here comes Hollywood. Hollywood, you may begin.
Let's go. My favorite finale, my favorite type of finale is the series finale. There is nothing better than a series finale. Okay? This is a sports podcast. We know that. So obvious choices are Super Bowl, Final Four, things like that. The Frozen Four, NBA Finals. I mean, it's in the title, okay? But you're talking about specific fan bases for the most part. Most of the time, I don't watch March Madness past my team going out, unless it's a really big game or I'm betting on it. Most casual fans stick around for the first weekend of March Madness and then they're out. Okay, so you've only got the hardcores going to the Final Four. All right, and that goes for just about every sport outside of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, obviously, highest ratings of any TV show every year, in and out. But I'm going to argue that that's because most people are watching because they're at a Super Bowl party or for the commercials or for the halftime show. Case in point, this year, I was at a Super Bowl party with 4 or 5 women that only cared about the halftime show. They could care less about the teams. And honestly, I could care less about the teams, if I'm being honest, because my team wasn't in it. So you naturally weed a lot of people out just because of that with sports finales. Now, series finales, everybody can get into, right? Now, I understand that nowadays with streaming and stuff like that, it might be a little different, but There is nothing better than a good series finale, not a season finale, but a series finale when you know they are not coming back anymore. Okay. Up until 2010, do you know what the highest watched program of all time was? I'll tell you. It was from 1983. It was the series finale of MASH. 105 million people tuned in to that show. And, okay, some of the great ones that I'll run down real quick. Again, everybody's got their show that they just had to tune into that last final episode because they knew it was never coming back. Cheers, classic, 80.4 million. Friends, 52.5 million. I cried. I don't care. Seinfeld. It wasn't the best episode, but 76.3 million people tuned in to that finale because it's so good. Everybody's got their series finale that they tuned into because they were so, dedicated to that show that they had to watch that ending. That's my pick.
Thank you, Hollywood. Very, very valid points. Yes, thank you. Goatee Guru, your time starts now.
Yeah, that was a good argument there. I respect that. I am going with my more traditional approach in the sense that I'm a sports guy and we're on a sports podcast. So for me, the most exciting finale is not a series finale, is not a championship finale. For me, the most exciting, and you get alerts on these things when they pop up. Something like a perfect game in baseball. Something like a perfect game in bowling. A perfect, a hole in one. Well, hole in one's not a finale, but you know what I mean. Those big moments that you tune in to see if they can do it, if they can really close it out. And I have only witnessed in person watching on television, never actually at a stadium, but I've only witnessed maybe 3 perfect games in my lifetime. I've seen a bunch of no hitters, but a perfect game is so rare that to me that the lead up to that and the emotion and the anticipation, it's incredible. Just this isn't a perfect game, but last year Corey Kluber threw a no hitter and it was against his old team, which made it even more kind of exciting and fitting. And I will tell you, I am a Yankee fan, but watching that game, I was on pins and needles every pitch, just wanting, hit it at somebody. He's probably not going to strike all 3 of these guys out. Just hit it at somebody in the 9th inning. It's something that just, I don't know. It gets my anxiety level through the roof. And when they finally close it out, it's such an awesome moment. Just to watch the pure, these guys get paid to play this game, and a lot of them, it's just their job. But just to see them become like a kid again when they, get that final out or throw that final pitch that strikes the batter out, it's incredible. It's like they're back in Little League, and I can't get enough of it. Every time one of those pops up, one of the alerts, I try to tune in if I can, just because I absolutely love that emotion, that anticipation that leads up to ultimately them closing out the perfect game.
Very well said. Very well said, Goatee. Gentlemen, with this coming to an end, we are going to open it up to the gallery.
No rebuttal. No rebuttal.
And I'm sorry. Would you like a rebuttal?
It's up to you. Hey, you're
Gallery.
you're the host,
Would you like to hear a rebuttal, Gallery?
Let's give them both a rebuttal. He gets to refute Goatee's argument, and Goatee gets to refute.
Thank you. Thanks. Hollywood, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Those are great moments. I will give you that. But they are not finales. They are not the ending. Okay? I'm talking about the ending of a series, the ending of a run. Seinfeld, Friends, Cheers, MASH. These are institutions that went on for years. I'm talking about that last episode, the final one, the ending. If you're watching a no-no in progress, like you're saying, you get an alert, you tune in. As soon as he gives up a hit, what do? You turn it off because it's over. That's the end of that no-hitter. You're done. You're not watching the end of the game. You're watching that moment. You're watching for that moment of sports history, not for the ending of something.
Valid point. Goatee Guru. You're muted, Goatee.
I would agree with you if I was watching it for them to give up a hit. I'm not watching them for them to give up a hit or a walk or even an error. I'm watching for them to close that out. I want to see them actually succeed and get the finale of that game with the perfect game, zeros across the board. I want 27 up, 27 down, and that's it. Doesn't always happen, like you said. A lot of times you tune into one and something happens and they give it up. But it's so rare to see one happen that, in my opinion, it's the greatest finale in anything, really. I mean, I find it even more satisfying than a series finale, which I love series finales, but I just think that moment is just incredible.
Fair, very fair. And with this, boys, we are going to open it up to the gallery. We will start with Christopher Michael. Chris, you have 2 questions if you'd like, per candidate, so 4 in total.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Josh. This first one's going to be for Hollywood.
March 9th.
Thank you.
Yep.
Name your favorite series finale.
My favorite series finale, Scrubs.
Okay. Thank you. And next question, Hollywood. What do you think would be my favorite series finale?
Seinfeld.
Thank you. And Goatee.
Yes, sir.
Question for you. You said you've only you've only seen 3 big moments, right? Big or perfect games, I guess. I think that's what you said. You can go outside these 3, but what is one that you wish you were in attendance? It doesn't have to be within those 3. Just one.
Probably David Wells.
98.
90. Yeah, it was 98 or 99, somewhere in there, because Cohn was before him.
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? I might have that backwards. I think Wells was first,
Linda?
then Cohn. I think it was Wells, then Cohn.
And next question for you. What is one that I would want to be at?
I would say probably Coney's out of the ones that I've witnessed.
Okay, thank you. I yield my time. Thanks.
Thank you, Christopher. And Brandon Lee, it is your turn to ask your 2 questions if you'd like for each candidate.
All right. So I'm going to go somewhat in the same route as Christopher Michael there with Hollywood, except I don't want your favorite. I want you to tell me what you think the greatest series finale is.
Like just like an actual show that their series finale was the best, or what makes a series finale the greatest?
No, the one that actually is the best.
Friends. I think Friends just knocked it out of the park.
All right. That's a good answer. Second for Hollywood, your feeling on reboots.
So that's where it gets a little muddied, right? Because as I mentioned, probably one of my favorite series finales was Scrubs. I love that show and I loved when it ended, but then it did come back for kind of that new class. So I'm against reboots or alterations, if you will, because again, that wasn't necessarily a reboot. They kind of brought some of the series, the cast back to pass the torch, and then they kind of weeded them out but then it ultimately failed because it's trash. Like, just end it and be done.
Very good. Goatee.
It's a finale.
Goatee.
Yes, sir.
Your favorite non-Yankee perfect game.
So my favorite non-Yankee perfect game is actually a perfect game that didn't happen that should have. And that is Armando Galarraga. It was the safe call of Jim Joyce at first base. He was out by a mile, and that should have been a perfect game. In my book, it was.
Yeah, that was a stinger. Second, seems to me that it's not necessarily the finale that gets you, but it's the build-up.
No,
So I want you to sell me on this finale.
Like I said, it's not the buildup, because yes, that's what gets you to tune in, because you like the anticipation up to it. But what I like is actually watching them close the door, get that piece of history, and the celebration that comes after. I mean, there's nothing like seeing a grown adult that create they throw something they've been chasing their whole lifetime. They do it on the biggest stage, and you can see the kid come back out of them. They're not just a professional baseball player anymore. They're that 8-year-old kid that was playing, on a Friday afternoon or whatever.
All right.
Understood.
That's all I've got.
Do you yield the rest of your time? Thank you.
No, I don't, but that's all I got. I just want you to look at me.
Okay. Okay. Well, your time's up. So, gentlemen, I've heard both sides. I've been very unbiased throughout this debate, this showdown. I just have one question for each. No, I don't. I have more than one. So, starting with Hollywood. Hollywood, you stated that a series finale is better than any of the sports finales that could arise or could happen. You also stated that in the bracket, you only follow until your team is out. Totally off topic here. Do you not do a bracket and follow your bracket and how well you do in trying to win money with that?
Absolutely, I do, but I do not watch every game. I do not tune in for the entirety of, again, the Final Four. I don't watch all of the games throughout. I'll tune in, absolutely. I'll follow how my bracket does, but I just don't have really the time to watch every single game and really be that invested. I want to, I really do, but.
Thank you. My next question for you. What do you think about you came up with series finale, and I like where you're going with it. What I'm curious about is such shows such as Game of Thrones or How I Met Your Mother. I think of these shows as great shows, and it's more about the journey rather than the destination. Rather than that final episode. That episode can be a great wrap up, like you said. I understand that. I think the finale is not the best part. I think it can solidify a great show, and can solidify in being one of the best, right? In the fact that if it is a bad finale, then people won't recommend it. Tell me a little bit more about what you think about those finales that don't live up to the rest of the show, such as Game of Thrones or How I Met Your Mother. And then a second part, in a show like Prison Break, they ended it with one finale, brought it back, and gave it another finale because it was so bad. Thoughts?
So real quick, just because you just mentioned that, so that's proving the importance of that finale. They messed it up so bad that they were like, nope, we've got to do this better. We've got to do this right for the fans and end it the proper way, right? So they brought it back and ended it. But to your point, the whole journey and then the end. Let's take MASH, for instance. 1983, the finale. 105 million people tune in to watch that show go off the air. 105 million we're not watching every week to that show. So yes, part of it is that journey. But then when it says, look, we're done with the show, guys, we are ending it. It is coming to a close. If you watched, let's say, the first couple seasons and then life happened and you didn't follow along, you're still tuning in to that finale because you want closure for that show that you fell in love with. And it's, I would say, even more so with streaming, because now with streaming you can follow that. Perfect example, The Walking Dead. I loved that show from day one. I watched every week, every season, up until about season 7 when life happened. I didn't have cable anymore, so I couldn't watch it. But I've caught up now because they're in their last season. I know that season finale is coming, and I want to watch that because I want to see how this ends and how this is closed for that chapter that I have dedicated to those characters I care so much about.
Well said. Well said. Thank you. Goatee. Talking about a perfect game in baseball or a perfect game in bowling. Can you give me another example that fulfills this type of finale in another sport to where you can relate a little bit better to other listeners? You just muted yourself.
Sorry, I thought I was on mute to begin with. So before I say that, I just want to say one thing about what Hollywood said. I agree to a point with the finale, and a lot of viewers are going to watch it. But I would have to compare that to somebody opening up a book, reading the first 4 pages, and then skipping to the end and reading the last chapter to say, oh, that's how it ends. So anyway, that's just going somewhere else.
Just real quick, that's
Hollywood. This is not your turn, Hollywood. This is not your turn. So I'm gonna need you to mute.
So yes, I'll give you another example. So maybe again, something that doesn't happen too often, but we have a lot of fans of golf in this, and one thing that you could equate to, in a sense, to a perfect game or a perfect game in bowling, the 300, is when you're shooting and you have a chance to break a course record, right? You're watching somebody come down the stretch and one little fault can throw them off, and you want to see them. You want to see them pull through because you want to see that history and you want to see just the celebration at the end. You know what I mean? So that would be my example outside of those two sports that I mentioned earlier.
Understood. And my second part to that is you stated you wanted to see it happen, right? That's the best part, is when it happens, not when it does not, correct? So say it was a perfect game, 2 outs, and he gives it up,
Yes.
and the 3-2 count gives it up. That's not what you're talking about. You were talking about the finale. They close it out.
Correct. We're talking about finales. I want to see it finish. I want to see it completed.
Okay. And actually I did have one more. The perfect game that you brought up that should have been a perfect game. Hollywood earlier said once that is given up, you tune off and you tune out. For that game, and I think I can speak for the fan base as a whole, is when that call was made, people still stayed tuned in to see him then get the next batter out, correct?
Correct. And mind you, though, there was a reason that people stayed tuned in. If that had happened 8th inning with 2 outs, then maybe people tune out. But that was the 3rd out in the 9th inning. So I will give him that. I'm kind of arguing against myself here. However, you're right. It just added to the luster of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't say arguing against yourself. You're saying the finale of seeing it occur.
Exactly.
Understood.
He threw a 28 out perfect game.
Yes, thank you. Your time is up. Thank you. Thank you. Gentlemen, I think we have some decision making that needs to be done. And I think it's pretty clear. I think it's clear who the winner is, but we will go into a breakout room and discuss these winnings. Shouldn't be long, right? Shouldn't be long at all. But after the break, the winner will be announced of the second Showdown Corner right after this.
Good teaser.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was dope. Now I'm going to change my answer now.
You want to hear?
I'm going to change my answer now. The finale to this showdown is now my favorite. I am on a cliff, hanging.
Chris, I thought for sure when I said, "All right, Christopher Michael, you can ask your questions," I thought you were going to be like, "Thank you, thank you." You know what? Thank you for. I just appreciate you being here and asking.
That was good.
So,
the fireworks finale. Come on.
Gentlemen.
you know what's funny?
Gentlemen, the showdown is over. Okay, we do not need to hear any more comments.
No, I was actually talking about something.
Gentlemen,
His finale.
Brandon, actually, because I actually thought to myself, the fireworks in Pittsburgh were pretty sweet, the finale, but nobody else has seen it other than you and me, so they wouldn't be able to relate.
Well, you would have got my vote.
Hollywood, let me tell you, when I thought you were going with what you said you were going to go with last week, can I tell you what I was going to try to combat?
I was actually just about to ask you what you were going to go with when you thought I was going with ejaculating.
So the only thing I could think of that would even come close to comparing is the finale, and you can relate better than probably anybody to this because you were in the military. A urinalysis. When you are holding it all day because you have to pee in a bottle at the end of the day and you finally get to just let it go. Oh.
I usually just play that game with myself on a weekly basis.
No, you know what? That might have won. That probably could have beaten it because let me tell you.
Eat a bunch of asparagus.
And I do know that game very well.
Yep.
And it gets tricky when you have the
Looks
poop.
like
They won't let you poop.
at the fountain.
Yep. Well, it's even more tricky when you go up because, like in the military, for those that aren't familiar, they usually don't call just like 1 or 2 of you. They usually call like 20 to 30 of you at a time. So you go up, you take your military ID, you go upstairs, and you get up there, and you think you're about to go, and there's 15 people standing in front of you. And they take you in like 2 at a time.
The guy in front of you gets on his knee, opens his mouth, and you.
Well, no. Then,
You
but then sometimes people go in, think they have to go and they have stage fright once they get in. And then
that completely
College hazing. I'm telling you.
Hollywood goes, that's me.
so it's,
Oh, that is me 100%. No, so in the Navy, Jordan, what they would do is it would be command wide. So you've got, however many people are on the ship. Mine was like 500-600. They would lock down every single bathroom except for one or two. And if you could only use those to do the urinalysis test.
that's
So-
how they did it for us too. But they
Yeah.
put us in wait. Sorry,
It's-
they put us in wait.
Is someone in there and observing you when you do this?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they like straight up stare at your junk.
So like,
I had a buddy
Creepy
who
guy in the
legit-
urinal next to you.
so you get
I had a buddy who, no shit, went into his office, shut the door, and took a dump in a 5-gallon bucket with a bag in it, wrapped it up, and then at the end of the day, took it out to the trash cans because they do not let you use the bathroom unless you are taking a leak for the piss test. And he had to take a dump, and he's like, "Look, you can hold it in between my legs. I'm going to take a dump." And the guy was like, "No, you have to pee." And he's like, "Dude, I'm not peeing without pooping. I'm just telling you right now."
oh my god. So how many times do you think that first of all that person hates their job, and secondly that they hear the phrase, "Dude, I promise it's just cold."
Well, I know for the Marines at least. I don't know how the Navy handles it, but for the Marines, it's not their job. It's literally people like, they take a couple of staff sergeants that are just randomly selected and say, "Hey, you guys are watching the piss test today."
That's even worse because then they come up and they're like, "Hey, Tiny Dick, how you doing?" You're like, "What?"
Now, some of them, I will say,
Medical department,
some of them,
record checkers.
like when you're in a big unit, and they're trying to like get it done really quickly, they'll bring in like 30 guys into like a locker room and be like, "All right, turn around and take a piss," or whatever. Or they'll just have you literally stand there and face them and just everybody's pissing in their cup.
Yeah, you lost me at 30 guys in a locker room. My mind.
Yeah,
try
the finale.
like 80 guys in a squad bay.
I was in the pool.
Try 80 guys in a squad bay going through the showers in a PT shower. Yeah.
All right, boys. All right. Hey,
real quick, one real quick. Chris, did I get your finale right?
We will find out. We will find out in the finale. We will find out.
I know Brandon's would have been The Office.
All right, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have discussed, and we have our answers. We are going to start with Brandon Lee.
Shit. All right.
I'm giving his vote. Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Yes, as my own scoring system works, as a 6 to 5 points differential there, right? 1 point differential. I am going with the series finale.
Very well done.
One on the board. Let's go.
One on the board for Hollywood. 1-0 Hollywood. Next up, Christopher Michael.
So I will say that at first I was going with series finale, but Goatee played towards my heart when he talked about David Cohn. I would have definitely picked to go to David Cohn's Perfect Game. But then Hollywood came back with kind of some good points on stat lines with how many millions of people tune in to series finales. And then he picked Seinfeld, and that is my all-time favorite show. So I'm going, as much as I love Perfect Games, I'm going with series finales.
So that was anticlimactic because I was actually going with Perfect Game endings.
Oh.
I agree that if I have to choose one finale to observe before I die, I am choosing not the greatest show's finale. It doesn't matter how great that finale is. I am choosing a perfect game finale and watching that celebration. And
Well,
and I think it was kind of lost in the sauce between these two gallery members. And I think that they're idiotic and churlish.
hey,
And so I think
these are distinguished gentlemen of the panel.
that these gentlemen,
And I appreciate them both being here.
Thank you.
yes, thank you. What is this Cash App that I'm seeing from Hollywood?
I and I just want to say I respect the opinions of everybody that voted. I do think Hollywood played right towards the emotions of two of our voters that are very big TV show watchers, I think. So they got put into that category a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. I tried. I gave him a showdown and I didn't get shut out, so that's good.
I feel like what you just
better than Chris.
What are you trying to say?
I didn't get shut out.
You calling me a freaking couch potato?
No, I was saying that you guys. I know that Christopher Michael is a huge Seinfeld fan. I know he is an Office fan. I know Brandon Lee is probably the biggest Office fan you'll ever meet. And Hollywood also brought up The Walking Dead, and I know that is a show that Brandon Lee followed very closely for a while.
So I feel like Guru, that last comment you said, saying, you appreciate everybody, but and then you went on and said this, he played the heartstrings. I feel like that was you may have said something offensive to someone. They said, "Oh, you should really apologize," and you turn around and you say, "Oh my God, all right, sorry. I guess I need to apologize." Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe he wants to be on the ticket.
So no, I'm just kidding. No, listen.
What
can I say that? Thank God, Goatee did not make the point that our host just did, because I feel like I would have 100% lost this showdown.
100%.
When you shut up, you don't even know what I'm saying.
I do.
When you said if you had to pick one thing to watch before you die, a series finale or a perfect game. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I think
how the turntables.
Gentlemen, I think we
can we get a revote? Can we get a hanging Chad? I
think we screwed the pooch on that one, gentlemen. I really do.
A hanging Chad.
Hey, it's in the debate, and I'm a master debater.
Matt, that's right. What I will say is the votes are in. The clock had the final horn. We had Hollywood winning 2 votes to 1. Hollywood moves to 2-0 and will continue his hot streak against either Brandon Lee or myself. Correct?
That's correct.
Correct, Hollywood?
That's how we do.
All right. Well, gentlemen, a very wonderful debate, a very master debate, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for everything.
I think Hollywood wants to say something here.
Hollywood, yes.
So just real quick, since we are talking showdown for future, I did think of one and added it to the list for next time to replace the one that we just got rid of. Top 10 all-time candy.
Oh, we can add that.
So
that's a good one.
Before we close the show out, guys, I just want to say one thing real quick. Just for anybody that was listening to the show and wondering, because we mentioned last week that we were going to do it, my next 10 picks in the mock draft, we've decided to hold off on that due to some of the very, I guess, earth-shaking moves that have happened in the NFL. So I'm gonna do a new draft post combine and post these monster trades, and we'll run it down again. It just didn't seem right to continue it after everything that just happened.
Correct. And Goatee will be also posting these on his Twitter, so make sure you give him a follow on his Twitter as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the off-season episode 3, 4, 3, 5, 7, 9. Episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 4. I knew it. I'm a great host. That'll do it. And we will catch you next week at this time with this sexy crew.
Adios.
There you go. Yeah, we really screwed the pooch, guys. Come on.
Adios, YouTube.
Adios.
Oh, bye.
Adios.